few games. What's the process been like to get him out there?
Yeah, it started last year. Devin was sort of like some of the guys we've had in the past where, in high school, they had that look that they were going to play early, and they have to earn it. But he's done that. It started with his approach during the recruiting process. He and his family really were, big time advocates for Ohio State, built great relationships within the class, and really solidified themselves as Buckeyes early on. And he had a vision for himself of coming in and playing and making an impact in year one. And I think that makes a difference when you have and you actually say it, and then you got to back it up. And so that was his goal all along. Only 3 games in, but he's working every day to get better. And when you're a freshman, there's a lot of ups and downs. You're somebody as talented as he is. You're not used to failing, and you're gonna fail when you come to this level, and that's how you grow. But he's working through that, and he obviously has a bright future here as a Buckeye.
Kelly and Spence.
Yeah, crowd noise and great environment. I've never been. Can't wait to go. Certainly they've won 22 straight home games, so what a great challenge for our team. We're excited about that, and that's the next step for our maturity as a team. We know that in order for us to reach our goals, we're going to have to go on the road and in this conference and win games. And this is a team with a great record at home, and they're a very good team. They have a lot of weapons and they're well coached. So our preparation has been good this week. The guys know what the challenge is going to be, and we know how tough we have to be to go on the road and win games. And it's not just physically tough, but it's emotionally tough, mentally tough, and understanding the environment can't dictate how we play.
Far left here, Andy Anderson.
Yeah, Kaden Curry has been one of the most consistent guys it seems so far, getting pressure. Who's been as the defensive tackle in that sort of rushing package. Just what have you seen from him?
Well, Kaden's somebody to me who has been in the program and put a lot of time and energy and effort into earning his opportunity to be here in this moment. But Kaden, to me, is a great example for some of the younger players on it doesn't always go exactly the way you think it might, and there's ups and downs along the way. He's had his ups and he's had his downs, but he's come out the back end stronger for it. He's a resilient person who's gone through some difficult times, just like everybody has during their journey. And it's great to see him playing the way he is right now. And if we're going to reach our goals this year and get to where we need to be, we need Kaden to be the playmaker he is right now for us. He plays with a high motor, has a great feel for the game. He always did. I mean, when he was in high school, I remember just hearing so many stories about, what a great player he was. And then when you got a chance to see him play on both sides of the ball, he was multiple sport athlete. And now you're seeing all that come to fruition here. And again, guy who's played special teams, he's made plays for us all over the field, and he's a big part of our defense now.
Stephon Frenchman. We have to be similar with Lake Forest against the Texas game, but you guys get Gary Danielson on the call this weekend. What do you thought about the impact he's made, and kind of what that CBS slot is made in college football?
Yeah. To hear, he and Brad Nessler on a 3:30 game is, sort of like I remember, Keith Jackson, and you just growing up, you hear these voices. You hear Fowler, you hear Herbstreit, you hear Gus and Joel, but to hear those guys, we all have our visions of what that's like being at home and watching the games and the great environments they've called games in. So he's made a huge impact. It's bringing college football into people's living rooms and restaurants, and so they deserve a lot of recognition for the work they put in. I don't think people quite realize the preparation that goes in, the meetings to understand, what's going on with each team, and how every word is measured, and then they have to tell the story and paint the picture for the audience, and he's one of the best there has been.
Tony Goodman.
Ryan, any update on Lorenzo Styles?
Ready to go. Had a great week of practice.
And right next door, Bill Landis. You guys have a good quarterback. Again, ready to play a good quarterback. You look at some of the passing statistics. There's a lot of Big Ten quarterbacks that are playing pretty well right now. I don't know if you take note of that at all, but what do you think of where the conference is just sort of at large with this quarterback play as some of these been doing for better?
Well, just I think we'll see where as the season goes on, kind of where it goes. But it's great to see so many good players in the league, and and great to see, us playing in a venue like this in conference. If someone would said you're playing your first conference road game in Washington, a few years ago, people would be shaking their head, but that's just the way it is. And I think it's great for the league, and you can see how it's drawing great players into the league. And, and it's good, just healthy to see these players, whether they're recruited to come in out of high school or transferring in, it's obviously a very attractive league.
In front of him, Spencer. Ryan Keaton, I know that he left the Texas game early, but what do you want to see from him in the next step of this season? Because it seemed like he was like a potential star in this defense coming into the year, and hasn't really seen his name come up so much.
Yeah, I think he's playing solid football right now. He understands how he fits into the scheme, and at the end of the day, he has high expectations for himself, and he's pushing every day to maximize the talents that he has. He's become a very good leader. To your point, we're going to need him, and there hasn't been a full game really for those guys since the Texas game. So this will be a full game right here. So what a great opportunity for him.
Got two more. We'll go to Bill Rabinowitz.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I forgot until you just said that was the case. That was a very good team, and I remember that game in particular. Just we jumped in early, and it was warm, and then we came out in the second half, and it might have dropped 20 degrees, and we kind of got stale. And Washington came roaring back and kind of hung on at the end, which kind of left a different taste in our mouth. Like we felt like, we had a chance to really do something, but Washington was a really good team, and they fought back hard, and they were a very physical team. And so we had a lot of respect for them as a team, but the game itself, I remember being in the locker room. There's kind of snapshots that I have certainly of Urban, putting the whistle around my neck, and that moment was really special, and I have a picture of that in my office. And then, the rest it was a blur from there. And to say, I guess, what are we, 7 years later now, 7 years later. And, this is where we call home. That really, would have been a dream come true, quite honestly. And I think to think back on that next month in that first press conference, and I think a lot of people ask, what if you don't do this? What if you don't do that? And I just remember thinking, well, if you look at it like that, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you look at it like an opportunity, then it's a different point of view. And this has been one of the greatest opportunities of my life. And, I enjoy every moment of being here, and understood then what the responsibility is and understand what it is now. It hasn't changed. But every year you grow a little bit more wiser and a little bit more calloused and a little more seasoned. But all that being said, I mean, this is a whole new team, and that's probably the best part of all of that is every year is a new story. And this is a really great challenge for our team, and a really good opportunity for us to take a step of winning a conference road game against a team like this, who's got such a great history on the road.
Last question to Tim.
Ryan, with that in mind, what would you tell Julian saying just before leaving the locker room or going out on the field? Obviously, you had the big opening game against Texas, and now it's a big opening game on the road. What would you tell him you expect most out of him?
Take care of the football and just take it one play at a time. Don't do anything other than that, and then find a way to get your first road win. Sort of like in the Texas game, like win the game. And I think in an environment like this, you got to be steady and you got to lead. You have to lead, and you got to lead with your command. You got to lead with your play and your resolve.
Coach, thank you.
Yep, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yep.
This is like, it's really easy if you're playing against Tyrone. Yeah, I mean, you do a great job here. Jeremiah Smith.
It means a lot. Knowing I played a big part, in the run last year. But I'm just focused on this year and focused on the team and the goals that we had this year for this team. Yeah, I'm very excited. Like you said, they got very big corners on the outside. Very long, can run. Could transition very well. So I'm very ready for the challenge. No, not really. I mean, the closest thing we got here is IGB. Very long as well. He can run. So I mean, he gave me good looks this whole week in practice. So I feel pretty good going into the game this week.
We know what kind of competitor you are. Seen it a couple of times in the first 3 weeks. It just looks like you've been frustrated on the sideline. Maybe you're not. But have there been times where what's going through your mind in some of these games so far?
Just go out there and dominate. That's what's going through my mind. I don't think. The last game I was frustrated was probably Texas because I had them 2 drops. Ohio, I was frustrated as well because we couldn't finish in the red zone. And then the fade ball, I feel like I could have caught that ball. Julian put in the right spot, so I feel like I got to come down with that. But nothing too crazy. Just want best for the offense and for myself as well.
I think we talked to you at media days. You were talking about adding that leadership component. Is that being hard on yourself? Is that setting the example? Do you view that as the leadership piece for you, or what drives that?
Yeah, I feel like that what motivates me. Being hard on myself. That's how I always been since I was a little kid. Don't need my dad to be hard on me. I know what I set out to do and what I want to do and what I want to achieve. So I'm very hard on myself and the things I want to accomplish. For me, a little bit. It's been something crazy. Nothing too crazy. Just don't have nobody really talk to me like that for real. That's on the sideline like last year. We still got Coach Jordan, but having your position coach talk to you is not. It's nothing too crazy. I should say about that. No, never been. No.
Are you curious about the place? Obviously, got a hell of a reputation.
Yeah.
Very loud. Do you like to look around and stuff and kind of check things out as opposed to just taking the field and be a little bit of a tourist for one of every time? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cherish the moment.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely do that. Definitely look around, look at the fans. Look at they got a big stadium. It's gonna be loud. Coach Hartline said when he played back there back in the day, he said it was very loud. And so I'm just ready to go out there and for a big game against a good opponent. Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, but with that said, obviously you're a marked man walking around. So can you tell pretty immediately in the game what kind of special things they've got planned for you, like last week before against Texas? What kind of maybe special things they've got planned for you? Is it pretty obvious when they start?
To my going into this game. Oh, defensively for Washington. Nothing too crazy. They run a lot of man. So we just got to be prepared to win on 1-on-1. So for sure, that for sure. Favorite teammate? I'll go Edric. Yeah. Yeah.
What kind of challenge is that going to be if it's a freshman going against you? Your eyes just kind of light up?
Like you said, their corners are very long. Number 7 and number 8 are very long, can move and all. It's a good matchup. The transfer they got he came from Arizona last year, number 8. He's a very top rated corner this year. But I think he's hurt. I heard something with his rib or something like that. Number 7 is good as well. So if it's a freshman out there, I'm still gonna go out there and play my game and dominate no matter who's out there. So I'm very proud of Julian. From the first game to now, he took that step. And I just can't wait to see how he played this Saturday.
Jeremiah, how excited were you when you found out your brother committed to Ohio State?
Very proud of him. Can't really speak too much on that yet, but I'm very proud of him that he's a Buckeye. I don't know. He just called me out the blue, saying he gonna do it. I was hyped for him. I was like, okay, let's do it.
Last question right here.
The last couple of games, what's changed about you? Maybe in the huddle, maybe on the sideline. Have you seen him become more and more of a leader? How would you describe it?
Yeah, like you say, he become more of a leader. Using his voice a lot more. Just taking the command of the huddle. Just want to go out there and be the best version of himself each and every game. So me, kind of just like me, just want to do everything right. So I'm very proud of him.
How did growing up with a brother who's also played football? How did he help push you to where you are now?
My little brother, he pushed me a lot. I learned a lot from him. Just try to be that role model for him each and every day that I'm out here. So yeah, nothing too crazy. Yeah. I don't think it did. I don't think I had the impact that I wanted to have. Especially with the 2 drops, I feel like I could have changed the game in a lot of ways. But no, that's behind me now. Uh, Hopefully we see him again in the playoffs. Hopefully it'll be a different game than I had. So yeah. Yeah, I think I wanted it too badly. I wanted to go out there and just, like doing bad, really, I should say. But no, that didn't happen. You still won a game, but no, I didn't do what I set out to do, I should say.
Jeremiah, thank
Yeah. 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 Keep on.
you. Thank you, Jeremiah.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
It's going to be an amazing environment to play in, so it's exciting. It's our first road game. It's a really tough one. I think we're going to walk out of this game, figuring out a lot of stuff about ourselves. Yeah, especially for the offense, we've been like pumping noise into the speakers during practice. Like, you can't really hear anything. Coach Day's trying to get us so used to it. Like, when they get out to the game, like, it's almost like you're like eliminating that sense. You're not even hearing the noise. You're just playing through it. And I think he's done a great job with that. Obviously he has a lot of experience playing in loud stadiums, so I'm sure the offense will be ready for it. I don't know if you guys remember, but he's not the same type of quarterback. But athleticism-wise, like the kid from Toledo, my freshman year, yeah, like that's the kind of athleticism he has. He's like, you turn the film on, he's super fast, super shifty, making a lot of tough plays, extending plays, making plays downfield, making plays with his legs, quarterback runs. So you got to really account for him. He's a great player. Just certain situations, being aware for quarterback runs, being aware for QB draws, being aware as the play extends, like getting ready for him to scramble out. And then for the defensive line, you got to be able to keep him in the pocket. Just be extra cautious with that. Yeah, we've actually had Phillip Bell, one of the freshmen. He's been giving us a great look. He's not a quarterback, but he's super shifty, so he gives us a great look, and it feels like the game when he's back there. Not we're not tackling him, but we'll wrap him up though, because obviously he's not you don't touch the quarterbacks, but him we're able to wrap him up. But he's giving us a good look. He's super fast, super shifty, so it's kind of what's going to look like in the game. Oh, I think he's just a playmaker, always making plays. I think when you turn on the film, also the biggest thing that stands out, he plays so hard. He's the hardest playing guy on the field, and he's just consistent. Yeah, I mean that's an awesome thing to have. I think they're a really good team. That's a hard stadium to play in, so we got to be ready to go into a tough atmosphere and just go play.
Sonny, have you seen Jermaine take his new role, both being a starting corner and then also being able to sit inside the nickel?
Yeah, he does a great job. He's a versatile player. I think he's really grown mentally in the game. I think sometimes when you're a corner, it's easy to kind of just zone out. Like, I got this guy. I don't really care about the rest of the defense. But he's done a great job understanding the entire defense, because you got to be able to understand defense if you're playing nickel. So he's done a great job with that. And you see him out there making plays. You see him in different spots. So he's doing awesome. Oh man, I think sometimes when guys are spying on the line of scrimmage, as the pocket goes back, you don't approach the line and you stay back and you create more space. And then I would just say, taking the right angle, you got to just go shoot your shot. He's a fast guy, so take the right angle, shoot your shot. Arvell's done a great job. I'm not worried about at all with him. He's shown he's an elite spy, probably one of the best in the country. So.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
There's positives and negatives to both, but I mean, we're only focused on the game that we have right now, so that's the biggest challenge right now. And yeah.
Caleb, where have you seen Jalen improve most over the first 2 years of the season?
He's grown up. I mean, he's a really good communicator. He's put himself in a lot of good positions. He's made a lot of plays. I think he's taken a real leadership role and just showing the way for the young guys to watch how he's grown and how he's progressed as a player. And then he's made himself somebody that you can look to and say, I want to be like him.
Caleb, when you're prepping during the week and studying film, trying to figure out an offensive coordinator, do you like that? Or do you think it's fun? Or is it just part of the grind that you have to do to put yourself in a position on track?
No, I mean, that's part of the thing that I pride myself on. And yeah, that's fun to me. Being able to understand football is something that I think I've been able to do since been at a young age. So yeah, that's fun to me for sure. Especially hearing it from different perspectives, like Coach G, Coach Walt, Coach Patricia, being able to compare, see what everybody thinks. And I mean, if you don't like to do it, then yeah, it's still our job. It's what we have to do, and there's no other way to get around that.
Two more questions.
How much fun is it to play in Matt Patricia's defense with all the things he's doing, the adjustments he's having you guys make, different looks? How much fun is that?
I think it allows me to play in many different positions, be able to use my skill set, being able to think and recognize different things. It's a positive for sure for anybody that can play multiple positions and put themselves in different places. It allows you to disguise well and do a lot of great things. So, I mean, I'm excited to play in the defense.
You said he thinks he's like a coach on the field. Do you feel like Kidrick's nerds in a way? I know he's a coach, but you know, he has such respect for you as a football mind.
I don't know about Kendra's spirits, but I respect that man to the highest level, and just everything he does, even walking in the meetings, talking about Marcus Aurelius, talking about things outside of football it's a great thing to listen to and be around.
Caleb, thank you very much.
All right.
Did you know about Marcus Aurelius beforehand?
I know the movies.
Sorry.